Hi, the purpose of this video is to give you a bit of a buying guide for all the different Thomas the Train, Thomas the Tank Engine, Thomas the Wooden Railway type products so that you understand exactly what you're buying. This is intended for parents or grandparents or aunts and uncles or whoever is purchasing Thomas the Train gifts for some children in their lives. There's many choices, as you can see. So from left to right here, we have a Trackmaster Thomas, we have a battery-powered Thomas, we have a wooden railway Thomas, we have a die-cast, take-along, take-and-play Thomas, we have a My First Thomas, and then we have a little guy, just a little mini Thomas. So as you can see, there are several different choices. And when purchasing these, you have to understand that not all trains are compatible with all tracks. And so I will explain each of these and tell you which trains are compatible with which tracks so that everyone is happy. So this is what is now called the Thomas & Friends Wooden Railway Thomas. This is made of all wood. It has little magnets at the end that allows it to couple with other trains. This started in 1992 by Learning Curve, and Learning Curve was eventually acquired by Tomy and then Fisher-Price Mattel. Now Fisher-Price manufactures all these trains, so they've repackaged them, they've provided body detail upgrades and changes throughout the years, but this is one type, and it's all wood, as I mentioned. This Thomas in particular rides along these tracks. Okay, so these are the wooden tracks. There are several different manufacturers of these tracks. Fisher-Price makes them, Imaginarium makes them, Melissa and Doug make them as well, and so there's several different structures you can get for these tracks. I'm not going to explain those now, but that is what is compatible with the wooden railway. This is a battery-powered Thomas, and he is also compatible with the wooden railway tracks. So once he's on the tracks, you can just turn him on, push the little button on the back of him, and off he goes. Now, these ones, they can derail every now and then, and when they do, or when your child lets them just run endlessly, they will get on the floor, they will travel over carpet, and they will go under beds, they'll go under dressers, under furniture, and you may not find them for a little while until their batteries run out, or until you hear the little hum that they make when they run. So they're four-wheel drive, which just makes them better climbers and better travelers, so just a word of caution there. But these couple up with any train. You know, they've got magnets in the back just like the other ones, and you just couple them together and off they go. It's really amazing how much these little trains can actually pull. This is a take-and-play Thomas, or a take-along Thomas. They've also received different names and also different levels of detail on their bodies over the last few years. And these guys are a little smaller than the wooden railway, as you can see. Okay, so these are both Thomases, and the take-along Thomas is just a little bit smaller. These little guys, they do not work on the wooden tracks. Okay, so these do require their own little track systems in order to work. What these look like, they're their own little contained sets. So they have little tracks that fold out, and kids can push them along those tracks and take them wherever they go. A good way to tell that these are different is by the magnets on the front and the back. They may be a different shape than the circular ones that you see on the wooden railways. And also, these ones are referred to as die-cast. Okay, these ones are metal, whereas the rest of the Thomas are wooden. You may also come across some of the take-along or take-and-play Thomases that have little buttons on the top of them, and those ones whistle, and they toot, and they make little chugging noises as the wheels turn. This is a My First Thomas, also now compatible with push-along Thomases. These ones are much bigger and chunkier. These are made for little hands, so little kids who really want to push along a car and have a good grip on them, this is for them. And as you can see, if we place these side by side, there is kind of a significant difference between the two of them. They're they're all fat, their shapes are distorted, and they actually work on these smaller little track sets. Okay, so they all come pre-assembled, and the kids are just able to push them along there and just have lots of fun. These also do come with little attachments. You can see here we've got a crane, and there are several other pieces that do go to this piece, but I just wanted to show you the track. This is a mini Thomas, and really there's not a whole lot to do with it. You can buy these in packs of 4 and 8, and I don't know any more than that. And you can also get these in little mystery packages. They do couple together. They've got a different little hook system, as you can see. There's a hook on the back and a little loop on the front. But these do not fit the wooden tracks that you saw before. This is a Trackmaster Thomas, and these are much bigger than the other trains. As you can see, here's a wooden railway, and then there's the Trackmaster. These are also battery powered, and they go very quick. These also will run away from you, and you'll find them hours later dying with their batteries almost dead. These will work a little bit on the wooden railway tracks. They'll go on straightaways, no problem. They may take a corner without a problem, but these are really designed for other tracks. And here's some examples of other tracks. These ones are plastic. They have little ridges on them, and they've come in many colors over the years. These are made by Tomy, I believe, and this is a Fisher-Price track here. But they could also be tan in color, and I've also already seen them in gray. These couple together as well with a different hook system, so these are not magnetic. And when you turn them on, you know, they really go. So they're much quicker than the other ones. As you can see, they just go pretty quickly. A word of caution about the Trackmaster is that these wheels, they will grab hair, and they will pull it pretty snug. This has happened to my daughter a few times when the train has gotten just a little bit closer to her hair, and it's grabbed a hold of it and twisted it in there pretty good. So just a word of caution on that. So Fisher-Price also makes some squirters. So this is Diesel, and he is made out of rubber, and this is designed to squirt water. So the wheels don't turn. It's not designed for any tracks. It's designed to be more of a bath toy. Now this Thomas doesn't really count. This is a plastic one. It does have some wheels on it. It can be pushed along on a solid surface. It's not battery powered. It's not designed for the wooden tracks. This is actually a cake decoration. So you may see these around somewhere too, but they're really not as functional as any of the other trains. You will find that there are a variety of different Thomases as well. So they make a new Thomas for basically any episode. So as you can see there on the right hand side, that's Gold Dust Thomas. So he's got little gold flakes on him. You can see Thomas covered in paint, and even a little die-cast Thomas covered in paint. They have ones covered in snow. There's one where Thomas is transporting a honey car and he's covered in bees. You know, and so they really just continuously are reinventing themselves and coming up with more Thomas characters to sell. There are other wooden trains out there that also work with the standard wooden tracks. These are examples made by Melissa and Doug. There's other ones by Imaginarium and other companies as well that do fit the same tracks. They couple with the Thomas trains as well. They have the same sort of magnet style connectors on the front and the back. And they work just fine. What you're going to find with these ones though is that they don't actually have any of the characters like Thomas or Percy or James or any of those. But nonetheless, they still work. This is a Thomas that has been well loved. You know, you can tell that this little guy has a lot of miles on him. His paint is wearing around the edges, he's got scratches on him, yet he's still got a smile on his face. These trains are very durable. They do last for a long time, but you will see some of the paint start to chip. There's actually a very good used train market out there as well. You can get many different used Thomas the Train trains on Amazon. They're listed as collectible condition. You can get ones that are like new. to acceptable condition. They're still very much worth it. The kids generally really don't care whether there's a couple scratches on them. You can save some money on those, and they still work. Just please make sure that you read the condition notes and know what you're buying before you click buy. So there you have it. These are all the Thomas the Train engines that I could find, and I hope you have found this helpful. And if so, please leave a comment below. Thank you.